Stop paying crazy prices for home decor. I used my cutting machine to make expensive looking decorative plates, wall art and a throw pillow, all for under $50. Hey Creative friends, I'm Sarah and today with Creative Fabrica, I'm going to prove to you that you do not need to spend a lot of money to have trendy and sophisticated decor in your home. In this video, I'm going to make 3 projects that are my own interpretation of some high-end items that I've seen online, but they only cost me a fraction of what they would cost if you bought them from a luxury retailer. So by the end of the video, hopefully I will have inspired you to also decorate your home with some bougie items on a budget. The first thing I wanted to make was some decorative plates, and I saw these online which I just thought were really pretty but way out of my price range. So I found these plates on Amazon with a similar colour around the rim, and I looked on Creative Fabrica and found this birth month flower clip art bundle, and I just thought that would be an extra special touch if you made plates that had everyone in the family's birth flower on them. So I downloaded that, then measured the inside of my plate and made a template in Design Space that was the same size, and then I uploaded a design, sized it over the circle and added a 0 offset, dragged that below, selected both and clicked flatten. This may make it a little harder to apply, so just make sure there are no sections that aren't attached to the rest of the design if you do this. Then I just continued adding flowers, although I can only fit 3 on one page. So because I'm trying to be frugal, I'll get rid of one so as not to waste material. Then I just clicked make and send to printer, turned bleed off and system dialog on, and then I'm using this Tech Wrap matte white printable vinyl to print my designs on. And I also want to add a transparent overlay to my designs to make them waterproof, but my machine doesn't always read the black lines on shiny materials. So what I would usually do is cut it down to fit within the black lines. However, Cricut has recently changed how they print, and that will now no longer cover all of the design because, as you can see, they are poking out above the sheet. So you could either try and cut the corners off before you apply, or apply it over the top, then peel back the corners and cut them off afterwards like I'm doing. However, if your overlay sheet is really sticky, this may take off some of the black print with it, so this isn't always recommended. So another thing you can do is add masking tape over the lines and then redraw them with black pen as straight as possible. And this should help your machine to read it properly. And I'm using the medium cardstock cut setting to cut mine. Then it is just a case of really carefully peeling it off the sheet, going really slowly as it may be quite delicate. Get rid of any in-between bits that are still in there, then apply to your plate. And how gorgeous is that? Then just repeat the process. Of course, these are only suitable for display. They can be hand washed once they have been left to cure, but I definitely wouldn't eat off them or use them unless you manage to find a food-safe sealant. Now let's move on to making some wall art. I saw this and thought it was a really cool style, and I also know that Creative Fabrica have a ton of abstract shape bundles, so I thought I would have a go at making my own abstract art too. Going to use this one, and I'm using this canvas. Granted, it is a lot smaller than the one online, but I already had it, so that saved me some money, and you could use any size canvas you like. So I'm just measuring that and adding a template to Design Space that is the same size and uploading my shapes over the top. Changing colours and playing around with it until I found something I thought would look quite good. I think this does require a bit of trusting the process, but it was fun having a play with different shapes and moving them around. Now I've got something I quite like. I'm going to use adhesive vinyl, but I don't want to layer it, as you'll be able to see where it has been placed one above the other. So what I'm doing is selecting any bits that overlap 2 at a time, hitting slice, and then uniting the pieces I want to keep together. Then getting rid of the bit that is underneath, so you can see that this is now just a singular piece. And I did that with all of the elements so that nothing will be overlapping, and also it will make it so much easier to line up too. Then I'm cutting all of those layers out of adhesive vinyl, and I used all vinyl offcuts too, so again saving those pennies, and then weeded each one, added transfer tape, and applied to my canvas one by one, trying to get it as well lined up as possible. You could also use iron-on vinyl for this too if you prefer. That does make it slightly easier to apply. And there it's done. I'm definitely not going to be quitting my job to become a modern artist anytime soon, don't worry, but I think that is quite fun and unique, and using supplies I already had, so that's a bonus, and I'm sure you could make something even better. Next up, I was looking for throw pillows and I came across this one, but in navy blue, and I love the shape and colour, so I found a navy blue velvet case on Amazon. But this is obviously a very iconic emblem, so I wasn't about to copy that. But when I was looking for other inspiration, I did see there were some options for customizing here that I could definitely make my own interpretation of. And I just thought this style looked quite fancy. So I looked in Creative Fabrica at their black letter fonts and found this one. And I really like this S, so I'm going to go with that. I downloaded the font and installed on my computer, and then opened up Design Space. I measured my cushion cover so I could create a template in Design Space. Then I used that to size my S over and change the colours so I could see what it might look like. And then I'm going to up-level this make by using this red flocked iron-on vinyl, which looks much more luxurious than standard smooth vinyl. So I'm using the flocked iron-on setting, cutting on my Cricut, weeding, and then I folded my cushion cover in half to find the centre to make sure I placed it down straight, covered with a Teflon sheet and pressed with my heat press. Then waited for it to cool before peeling off the cover sheet. It's a bit hard to tell on camera, but it does look so much more luxurious and works so well with the velvet style of the cushion. And there are all three done. High-end looking decor, all for under $50. But most importantly, I had fun making them. And you could definitely do this too if there is something you find that you love but it's out of your price range. Have a think about how you might be able to make your own version. So which one is your favourite and which decor dupe is on your list to make? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe and share it with any of your crafty friends. Until next time, happy crafting!